So we've got this thousands of pounds of rock shavings left over from the well. And I told you I was gonna put it around the building. And after I started thinking about it, I said, well, I'm gonna put this down in the driveway instead, because I made a new driveway from where the mobile home was to where the shop is now. And it's fine when it's dry, but when it rains, it's all mud and it fills up with water. And I just haven't had the money to get a couple of loads of gravel in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all this stuff down first and then put the gravel on top of it. But this will be awesome because it drains phenomenally well. And so I'm gonna put it down first until I have the money next spring to get gravel down on that. So anyway, let me show you what we're gonna do. It's a new road I put in going up to the shop. If you go behind us, mobile home was right there, right in front of the truck. You can still see the pad, which is where I put all the blueberries. But this part right here, nothing's ever been laid down as a base. And it's low on this left side over here. And everything drains over here. So figured it would be awesome to take that gravel dust, just lay it down right here and fill in all these low spots and get a good base before I put some gravel down. And that way when it rains, I won't be going through the mud and getting my truck all filthy. You see that's a pretty big pothole right there. So get some of this taken care of. I need to bush hog real quick in here. And so I'll make a pass on each side and then right down the middle. And then we'll get to picking up some of this granite dust and bringing it over. All right, so that worked out pretty good. Just go up here now and get some rock shavings and bring them back and start. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm dumping it a little bit at a time. I just want to fill in the tire tracks. I don't want to fill in the grass median because I want that median. I think it looks a lot better and it's a lot more cost effective because you're not having to put gravel down on the whole entire driveway, just in the tire tracks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue dumping down the tire tread, and then I'll bring my bucket back and I'll back drag it with the bucket. All right, so that's working out pretty good. There's a lot of moisture underneath when you get down in there, so we're gonna let this dry for a little bit. You can see my feet tracks are in it, but there's also a lot of mud in there. But there's gonna be enough gravel or enough rock fragments in there to get me a good base. You can see I've got it several inches thick on that big pothole, and it'll just be a good base, like I said, for when we bring gravel in here. And it will definitely help out until we get gravel down in the times of rain. So we're gonna leave it at that for now. Finish it up tomorrow. All right, so this is looking pretty good. We've got the low side covered and we've almost used all of the gravel dust. We're gonna use the rest up around the building up there, just around where we go in and out. But I've got this pretty much covered. Still a little wet. You can see how it's dark gray there in the middle and then it's light on the outside. The whole thing was dark gray before. And it's looking pretty good. I was gonna drive over it, but I don't want to drive over it while it's still wet. A little light right here. But again, this isn't the finish. This is just the layer that's gonna go down before the gravel. So it's gonna be a great base. Got lots of deer tracks in here, and got dog tracks in here. So I'm interested if that's a coyote or if that's the German Shepherd coming back over running the deer like he was when I was in that hunting video. I would say they're more coyote sized than German Shepherd, but it's hard to tell. But anyway, this is looking real good. We got just a little bit left, so let's get what's left and get it spread up there around the building. I just wanted to show you what this stuff does when it dries. It's a lot finer than I thought. It just turns to a dust. So whatever I spilled will just wash right into the soil. So the remainder of it went up here. It turned out really good. I've never showed you what it looks like up here when it rains, but it is just a solid red clay mud bog. And you can see how it's splashed up on the building and everything over there. But in due time, this will all be graveled, and it'll be a lot nicer. But what a great way to get rid of all of those rock filings and get them all up here, and just let those things soak down into the earth there and not make it so muddy when it rains. So between that and everything down here in the driveway, we were able to get rid of all of that stuff and repurpose it. So that's awesome. I'm extremely happy. The well site looks awesome as well. The grass will all come growing back up there probably during the spring. Hopefully we'll get some rain and it'll wash this dirt into the soil and kind of blend it back in. But this pipe sticking 24 inches up out of the ground will be cut down to 5 to 6 inches, and the windmill will go right there. It'll be sticking up in there about 35 feet. Once the windmill's set, we'll start fence in this whole area right here, and the kids will be a lot happier than being in this area over here. The barn will be right there, and take all this green T-post down. Make sure you catch us next week. We're going to be installing the windmill, antique air motor windmill. So it's going to be an exciting video, and looking forward to learning about this thing and getting it all set up. So me and the kids, we'll see you on the next one.